Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. Hey everyone, if you're one of my regular viewers, you know I generally tend to avoid doing greatest hits or best of compilation albums, blah 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 blah. Which is really funny because I'm in the middle of compilation collections right now, and I don't have an issue doing box sets. Well, to a certain degree. But the reason I generally don't do a lot of the greatest hits albums is a lot of the bands that I have greatest hits albums for. Those greatest hits albums is how I got into the bands, and I went out and started buying actual albums. And most greatest hits albums, if I'm gonna cover the albums down the line or whatnot, I'm gonna duplicate songs, stuff like that. It's not really worth going over, but I'm going to make an exception, and for the next two reviews, we're going to talk about Queen. Today, we're going to start with the blue greatest hits. When I got into Queen, this was actually, I bought this on cassette along with the News of the World album, which I have reviewed already on compact disc. The reason I got News of the World on compact disc and this one on cassette is I used greatest hits albums kind of like mixtapes. So, and I spent a lot of time walking around my Walkman, and this was in the really early days of compact discs. So, you know, I wasn't going to have a portable CD player to carry around with me. And those were never great. Right up until MP3 players came out, I was still using a Walkman because I preferred having a mixtape. Anyways, folks, that's enough of memory lane there. Let's get into the songs. The album opens up. Now, this is not in any particular order, and just so we're clear, this is greatest hits. This is classics. So basically, the actual hits, songs that should have been hits. Okay. So, A Kind of Magic. That's a good, fun kind of song. It's a kind of magic. Get a little finger snapping going. It's all good times. Great way to start off the album. Would I listen to the song on its own? Otherwise, not particularly. It's not one of the Queen songs I'm overly fond of. It's not a bad song. It's just, you know, it's an okay one. Then you got the legendary Bohemian Rhapsody. So just to be clear, I got into Queen and bought this specifically because of Wayne's World, okay? That is how I got into Queen. Thank you very much, Dana Carvey and Mike Myers. I believe it's more Mike Myers I have to thank for that. To this day, it is law in the car that if Bohemian Rhapsody comes on, everybody has to perform. And to the point where 2 summers ago, I think it was, Tracy, Sean, and myself are going down the road. Bohemian Rhapsody comes on the stereo naturally, so we start doing the thing and we crank it up. The car next to us, here's what we're doing. They turn on Bohemian Rhapsody on the stereo and they crank it up and they start going too, man. Everybody, the horns started honking by the end, man. It was, yes, that is how you do it. It's law, you must. Okay. Next up, Under Pressure with the legendary David Bowie, man. Oh, yeah. And apparently this was kind of like all improv almost between the two of them in the studio. One couldn't hear what the other one was recording down or something like that. It was, oh. But such a great, imaginative, creative song, man. That is one of the biggest issues with music. Music stopped being creative, stopped being inventive. And I'm glad that people are going back to doing it again now. I really wish that it didn't take so long, or maybe it had to take so long. I don't know. Either way, Under Pressure, man, if you have never heard this song, you gotta listen to this song. Great song, man. The vocals on there are just brilliant. Hammer to Fall. I get what they were going for with the song. I get what the song's trying to do, but it's, as far as a Queen song goes, I find it kind of a very basic, boring kind of Queen song. I mean, a basic, boring Queen song is still better in loads, magnitudes higher than other Queen, or I mean, not other Queen, other bands. But, you know, it was alright. Then you got Stone Cold Crazy, man. Oh, oh. And the speed and delivery on those vocals, man, holy crap. I've tried it on karaoke. It is rough. I mean, it isn't, it isn't. If you know the lyrics, you really know the lyrics and you're really in the zone, you can do it. But it is not easy. 1 Year, One Love. It's a love song. It's a boring love song. It doesn't work for me. Yeah. It's sweet, it's romantic. There's some really pretty melody work in there. Everything about it is a wonderful song, just not my song. Just not my thing. That's what that is, okay? Radio Gaga. Yes, another song where it's just out there, man. You know, something other bands aren't going to do. Queen was doing. This was another fun kind of song. Now, Radio Gaga is not one of those songs. When I was a teenager and picked up this album, man, I kind of went, oh, what the fuck? Especially after 1 Year, One Love. It's kind of like, what? It's not a bad tune, though. It really isn't. I think it's more enjoyable now as I'm an adult than it was when I was a kid. I'm going slightly mad. The only song on this entire collection that doesn't stand out for me, that doesn't actually click in my brain and go, yes, I know this song. Yes, I want to hear this. Only song on this entire album that I've really, I'm not saying it's a bad song, it just doesn't stand out, doesn't click for me, doesn't do anything. Then you got I Want It All. I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now. I mean, come on, man. Tie your mother down. Tie your mother down. Oh, yo. Come on, man. Great tune. Great way, especially after I Want It All. The Miracle. The Miracle? I like The Miracle. The Miracle definitely has a sound on it that reminds me a lot of, 1 Year, One Love. A little bit of Hammer to Fall in there, it's just kind of that sound that they do. But The Miracle, there's just something so sweet and peaceful and serene about it that I love. These Are the Days of Our Lives. This one's a little too adult contemporary for me. One Vision, that's not bad. It's a little prog-ish, a little, it's not bad though. I don't mind it. Keep Yourself Alive, man. That one's a good, fun, straight-ahead rocker. Very basic for Queen standards, but it's a fun, straight-ahead rocker. Headlong's not bad, I guess. It's alright. It's really not much more of a standout than I'm Going Slightly Mad. Then you got Who Wants to Live Forever. Now, if you are a Highlander fan like I am, this song does stuff to you, man. This song does stuff to you. Who Wants to Live Forever, though, man, is just absolutely an amazingly beautiful and powerful song. So powerful. And like, so much of that power is just Freddie's voice on that. And when the instruments are doing their thing, they're doing it in very profound ways and very profound spots. It's just, they don't make music that powerful anymore, man. They never, after Freddie left us, man, I don't think you were ever going to get another song like that again. And then you've got the final, The Show Must Go On, and legend has it that was the last song Freddie recorded. I don't know for sure. That's just what I've been told over the years, but yeah, that's the song, man. That's the thing. The Whole Way Around. If you do not own anything from Queen and you are looking to get started with Queen, this is a great place to start. I highly recommend it. It is where I started. This is where I continued to afterwards, and that is where we will continue to next in my next review. So, check out Classic Queen. It is worthwhile if you don't want to. If you want to gateway drug into Queen, man, that's your gateway drug right there, okay? Anyways, folks, until next time, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. Down below, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. There is a link to the TWA, Trampoline Wrestling Association. Check that out. The Howling Odyssey, which is where my music is at. And there's also a link to my Patreon, which is where you can go to download music and support me. Thank you. Otherwise, peace, love, take care.